Now showing headings for business writing. Welcome to this video to help you better understand headings and how to use them in your writing. In this video we're going to talk about different types of headings, how to use headings, and how to give you some examples on how to effectively put them in your documents. And as we get started, we're going to think about headings as signs. And basically everywhere we go we have signs. There's different kinds of signs, but you can't get away from them within life. Now, are there any signs in business writing? Certainly they are, and we call them headings. You want to use them often and use them effectively in your writing. So let's talk about how headings can help guide the reader. And in documents, using good headings versus not using them can often be the difference between success in your document and failure in your document. Well, let's take a look here. What are some attributes of good headings? Well, first of all, they should be descriptive. They also should be concise or short, and they need to be parallel. Take a look at this document. Is it easy to read? And then why or why not? Well, it's not an easy read. And the reason is there's no signs. There's nothing to tell you what's coming next. Now take a look at this document. Is it easier to read? Easier to understand what's going on? Yes, it is. And the reason is because of the headings. The headings tell you what's happening next. So there's two different types of headings. We have what are called talking headings. They identify and summarize what's coming next. And we also have topic headings. These are usually short constructions, 1 or 2 words, and they let the reader know what's coming up next in the document. So let's give you some examples of these. For example, talking headings. We have authorization by facilities committee, definition of the problem, suggested solution for parking issues, and obstacles to proposed solution. These are talking headings. They kind of talk to you. They're a little bit longer than topic headings, which look like this. Be 1 or 2 word headings: authorization, problem definition, suggested solution, and obstacles. Now these are actually the same exact headings as far as the topic goes for the topic headings and the talking headings and the topic headings. See authorization right here, and also authorization by facilities committee. This gives you more information, and in longer reports it's better to use these type of headings. So we also need to make headings concise. So we've talked about the different types of headings. Let's look at how we make them concise. We want them to be as short as possible, but we still want to convey clear meaning with what we're doing. So let's give you some examples. This would be a poor example of a heading. Personal appearance enhancement is the most desirable benefit of LASIK surgery that patients report. It's really more of a sentence, and it can get confusing to the reader. Plus it doesn't look good also in the document, being as long as it is. Rather, we would say personal appearance most desirable benefit. More concise, yet it is clear. Now here's some other examples. Discussion of the authorization by facilities committee. We wouldn't want to have that's too wordy, and we would rather have something like this: authorization by facilities committee. Another one. Suggested solution for parking issues includes a new parking ramp with 700 parking stalls. Instead, we would say suggested solution for parking issues. And especially if we're using the indirect method, we may not want to tell them exactly what the solution is at this point. We want them to read through what we're going to say because we're trying to convince them. But this is concise and better. Headings should be parallel. You look at these 4 issues here, we can see that we have a sentence here and we have some another different type of wording in one of these. Can you see which one it is? Well, it's actually this one right here, because this is not a sentence. Okay, so we have sporting goods show, modest increase, automotive parts remain unchanged, plumbing supplies decline slightly. We want to make this parallel, and the way we do this is like this. We change the second one to hardware volume increases modestly. See the difference? So that's what we would do to fix that. Now we not only want to make headings parallel, we want to make them interesting. Now these headings are all parallel. Sporting goods show, hardware volume shows, automotive parts show, plumbing supplies show. But do you see that this word makes them not interesting? It's rather robotic or too mechanical. So we'd want to still make them parallel, but we want to have some more variety as far as word choice. Instead, we could do something like sporting goods show large increase. Hardware volume increases modestly. Instead of, as we had before, hardware volume shows, we can have hardware volume increases modestly. And that makes it more interesting. Finally, we don't want to stack headings. That's a bad thing. If we had two signs here, we can't really tell exactly what the second sign is, and it looks like it's important. So what we need to do, let me give you some examples here and tell you what stacked headings are. Stacked headings are headings without text in between. If you look at these two headings right here, there is no text in between them, and we want to make sure and add that text. So this is a good example. Introduction, we have some text, and then we have the second heading, and we have text. So that's what stacked headings are. Alright, thank you for watching this video on headings. We've talked about different types of headings. We've given you some things you need to think about and apply when you use headings, and we've shown you what stacked headings are.